What does this vehicle have that is now about $5.50 to $6 a gallon here in California and people are actually stealing? Gas. Can you lock it? Nope. Is there a lockable gas cap? Nope. There's absolutely no way that I can secure my gas in this vehicle. The gas cap sucks. Things I hate about the Chevy Colorado.
I'm never gonna look back, cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change, slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm your host, Johan, and today is another episode on the Slobberado. This is a 2021 Chevy Z71 Colorado 4x4 crew cab. We've been using this as a long-term commuter slash work vehicle. Now, if you've owned any type of mid-sized truck for any amount of time, maybe you've come across some of these issues as well, but here are the top 5 reasons why I love and hate the Chevy Colorado. So, number 1, the transmission in this thing. It has an 8-speed transmission. It's got about 306 horsepower as it comes from the factory, but this is an 8-speed. And do I like the transmission and the way that this vehicle drives? Yes, it's very tight. It's got good refined steering and a good feel to it as you're driving. But a lot of the time when you're in a low-speed scenario, this thing shifts gears so bad when you're driving around. I could be in a parking lot going 5 miles an hour and it's already shifted 3 times just trying to find and constantly hunting for the right gear. So it's kind of annoying. You'll be driving at low speeds, it keeps changing down gears and you really have to put your foot into it to get it to go anywhere at all. Now, can you mash on it and go really fast? Yeah, it'll go like stink. But if you're trying to be good with your vehicle, it sucks in any type of low speed scenario until you get up to about 15 to 25 miles an hour. So, love the transmission, hate the way that it shifts. Speaking of this transmission and 300 horsepower and a V6, I thought when I got this vehicle as opposed to a full size that I'd be getting better gas mileage than I am. I thought that I'd be somewhere in the 18 to 22 range. Well, unfortunately, it just doesn't happen. Do I like the vehicle? I do. I love the way it sounds. It's got a nice exhaust note. But if I look at the overall MPGs for the, let's say, 6,000 miles that I've been driving this vehicle, 16.6, I'll take it inside and I'll show you a video of what we got on the dash and we'll see where we're at. Average of 16.9 over 5,600 miles is not great. 17 MPG for this vehicle. Yeah, it's got some power, but it's not great. I might as well have had a full size. I get about 14.5 in my Toyota Sequoia. I'm sure that a Chevy Silverado or a full size GMC would have been around the same gas mileage as this. So I could have gotten a bigger vehicle with more power and more room for sure. And it wouldn't have been that bad on the gas mileage. So if you are considering one of these vehicles in a mid-size, do your research on the MPGs because it's not great. Long-term vehicles going away. Got this because I had a Chevy Bolt that Chevy did a MSRP swap on and got me into this vehicle instead of the recalled electric car. But you know what? I ended up buying a Honda Element because I actually felt that this was a little bit difficult to work on. You see that 5-foot bed there? It's tiny, tiny. I fit more in my Honda Element than I do in this. Now, speaking of that, the Honda Element is the second most popular vehicle to have the catalytic converter stolen on. So, the other vehicle, and I don't know if you can guess it, but it's actually a Prius, and they come rolling into the dealership sounding like a Harley, and you have to spend like $2,000 because the catalytic converters are super expensive, especially during this pandemic, inflation, palladium, rhodium, platinum, all these special precious metals that are in these devices. They're worth buckets of money. This is going to be going on to the Honda Element. It's actually a cat security device, and it's a cage that goes around the catalytic converter and bolts in just as kind of a deterrent to make sure that no one can steal your expensive stuff off of this vehicle. Why do I mention this? Well, what does this vehicle have that is now about $5.50 to $6 a gallon here in California and people are actually stealing? Gas. Can you lock it? Nope. Is there a lockable gas cap? there's absolutely no way that I can secure my gas in this vehicle. So that's number 3 on my list. The gas cap sucks. Things I hate about the Chevy Colorado. That's probably one of my worst pet peeves about this. Number 4, the cup holders. Now, I don't know about you, but drink fluid in my car. I'm gonna have maybe a soda from In-N-Out or McDonald's or whatever, and I want to be able to put it in my cup holder and have it work. A large one, not gonna fit. And the ones in the door on this vehicle are on an angle. They're terrible. You can't put a soda cup in there. You have to put something with a cap on it. And I'll be honest, I don't even think you can get anything over like a normal water bottle. Anything above that just won't fit. We'll show you here shortly. Does it have enough cup holders? No, not really. It's got 2 in the door up front, 2 in the middle, and then 2 in the door in the rears, and they stink. They're not. Let's go ahead and show you once it's closed what it looks like. All right, what's the first bottle we have to try? Got an Aquafina bottle. Will that fit in there? Yes, it will. In fact, I'll open the door just to show you that there's just not even a close chance of that thing fitting in there. So hopefully you'd cup holder. How about this one? Nope. And this is like the smallest Hydro Flask size. Can you fit it in there? Nope, not happening. That didn't work. So there's the cup holders in the rear. You think there's any room down there for a water bottle? Let's find out. These ones are slightly bigger, but nope. Small, oh, the Hydro Flask barely fits. But again, this Fisher-Price interior is gonna just get scratched all to hell as you do that. And that bottle pretty much disappears and goes back in there. There's no room in here. It's super tight, it's super cramped, and there's no cup holders down there. As a bonus thing that I hate about this vehicle, my kids would say that there's no vents back here for them, and they get stupid hot. They come home from mountain biking and they want to turn the vents on. There's no upper vents, there's no nothing. So it ends up being a pain in the butt for them back here. I'm 5'8" and I have the seat adjusted to where I drive, and as you can see, there's enough room back here, but you would not want to sit back here for any extended period of time. So I guess these pass the water bottle test a little bit, but there's no storage in here. There's no room for nothing. It's just too small. So that's number 4 on the list of things that I hate about this Chevy Colorado. Usability with the cup holders and being able to drink on long drives sucks. Number 5 is gonna be the inside of this vehicle. Basically no soft touch plastics. Everything is gonna be super, super hard and plasticky. The dash materials are in the kind of my first Sony Walkman-esque flavor of things. It's pretty bad. It's pretty chintzy in there, and doesn't make it feel like a very refined truck. So Fisher-Price interior, everything is chintzy plastic. It's got big silly buttons that are way too big for their own good. That is not real carbon fiber, folks. That's going to be number 5 on the list of things that I hate about this Colorado. If you're looking for a more upscale interior, I can't even recommend the GMC Canyon because I think it's about the same, short of some leather seats. It's all the same running gear inside of that. So for $40,000 to $45,000 for a truck that's in this trim level, it should definitely be in better shape than what it is. All right, now we also have a bonus gripe for this vehicle, and that's going to be the size inside. So number 6 of things that I hate about this vehicle, it's so small inside. There's literally nowhere to put your stuff if you got 4 people in there. My kids have been doing mountain biking this season, and they've been on a mountain bike team, so they're going 3 days a week to the mountain bike camp, and they got their backpack and their stuff. They got an extra pair of shoes, and they literally have to throw all that into the back because there's no room if they're sitting in there. It's just that small. You can't even put on a pair of shoes back there. So of all the things that I really do enjoy about this vehicle, the size, the drivability, and the comfort, it's just not the right fit for my family and I, as well as it's not really the right fit for me to work out of. The bed is very small. That's another thing. I should have gotten a 6-foot bed, but even that, a 5-foot bed, if you're wondering if that's going to be big enough, the short answer is probably not. I can't even put one of my kids' bikes back there. They have the newer style bikes that have 29-inch wheels, and they're just so long that you have to put them on a diagonal. Now, One of the things that we do end up having is a tailgate pad, and this thing has worked out really well for us. So this Fox Factory tailgate pad has been a godsend for us, and if you got one of these small trucks, I definitely will recommend that.
I'm never gonna look back, cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change, slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
One of the things I really do love about this vehicle though is the auto start. It is super nice. One of the things that I don't like about this vehicle, I guess we're up to number 8, is none of my settings stay. So let's say it's the middle of the winter and I wanted my seat heater on. That thing. By the way, the seat heaters work amazing in this truck. But if you wanted this seat heater on and you did that, it would not come on. Turn the vehicle on. You gotta lock it twice and then it'll start. But in the middle of the winter, if I wanted my seat to be on when I come out in the morning, nope, can't do it. Another gripe about this thing is the fog lights. They don't just stay on. You actually have to come and press this button every time you get in the truck for the fog lights to stay on. Normally there would be like a toggle switch on here where you just leave them on, or you rotate this thing and it says that the fog lights are going to stay on. But no, not in this vehicle. For some crazy reason, the fog lights don't stay on.